friends, welcome back to Food Prep Guide. I am out on my huge wood chip pile that we decided to turn this wood chip area into and start like a berry patch for strawberries and blueberries this year. It's going to be the first year that we have done it. I am brand new to blueberries, so I am by no means an expert. Last night we dropped down to 20 degrees and during the day it was 60 degrees, so we had a 40-degree span within a 12 to 24 hour period, and I was kind of in panic mode because I had just transplanted these blueberry bushes 2 days before. So I didn't have frost blankets and frost covers to cover this many. I've got 9 everywhere you see these pillowcases, which we'll discuss in a minute. Those are all the blueberry bushes. I've got some over here. We've got 9 total. And so I just was trying to figure out what am I going to do, and I just thought about pillowcases and zip tying the pillowcase around the base of the blueberry bush. I have no idea if it worked. We're going to find out together. And if I pull off the pillowcase and everything's dead, well, it's going to be a very short video of what not to do. But if I pull off the pillowcase and everything's good to go, I want to talk to you about what I did and share some tips about what you can do for freeze protection if you don't have frost cloth. Let's get started. If you would like help planning a productive garden, scroll down to the description box of this video and click this link for a free garden printable. We calculated quantities for a year's supply of the most common garden vegetables and organized them into a neat chart to help you plan. We'll send it straight to your inbox. If you're new here, we invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming tutorials on gardening and food preservation, food storage, and more. Okay, so as you can see, I hope you can see, I've just got a pillowcase right here, and I bundled the pillowcase around the base of the step and then zip tied it. Don't know if it worked out good, but moment of truth, we're about to find out. If I open this and everything, all the leaves are like brown and soggy and mushy, and that's not a good sign, but we'll see. Here we go, gentle. Oh, okay, so this one didn't have any buds on it. Okay, so I got 9 blueberry bushes, 3 different varieties, and I noticed that one of the 2 varieties were still completely in their dormant phase, and they didn't have any buds on them whatsoever, and this is one of the ones that didn't have any buds on it. 2 of the varieties were already flowering, and those are the ones I'm really concerned about. Those are the ones I'm not 100% sure if they're gonna make it or not. One thing to note is I was reading about whether or not blueberry bushes can survive a light freeze, and if they're in their bare root stage still, they're in their dormant stage, they can. And if they have already budded, they will actually still survive, but those buds will shrivel up, fall off, get soggy, and so the buds won't survive. But they will still rebud in the spring and summer and stuff like that. So it's not a total loss, even if this didn't work. But the blueberry bushes, many of them arrived already in bloom, and they're just beautiful, and I don't want to lose the progress that has already been made on those, which is why I rushed out to do this pillowcase trick. So let's go find one that did have buds, which I'm not sure which ones. I'm just going to have to undo the pillowcases on all of them to see which ones had the buds and which ones didn't, but let me go find one. Okay, so I remembered that there was one blueberry bush that was like the biggest and just most beautiful blooms out of all the rest, and I had one pillowcase that was actually a fleece pillowcase, and it's this one right here. So when I saw this fleece case, I was like, oh yeah, this one definitely has blooms. So this is the deal, what's the word? Deal breaker? Not deal breaker. I don't know, I can't think of the word, but this is the one that's going to show if the pillowcase trick worked or not. Okay, go ahead, sip it. Okay, let's do gentle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yay!
Wow.
Yay!
Oh, look at all those. See, Mom? Look at all these.
Let me see the flowers. That's awesome! Yay! Okay, let me bring you up close and show you what we're so excited about. It worked! Okay, so here is the blueberry bushes. You can see all the flowers are looking nice. All those buds are still on, still green. A little bit of a pink tinge to them, a little bit of a purple tinge to them, just like how they should be looking. Look at all this beautiful cluster. So if this had the frost damage, all of this green leaves would be a brown, soggy mess right now. And they would just be drooping. They wouldn't be nice, vibrant, and green.
These ones are fat.
Oh yeah, look at that one. Pretty.
That means they're about to bloom. So pretty.
Yay. So we did have one little twig that got sacrificed. I did notice that the pillowcases were a little heavier. And I'm sure that's just the dew. The morning dew got on them and then it froze. So it did kind of So I'll snip that off, but that's certainly not going to kill the plant. I'm going to call this a win. Okay, let me get you set up, and we're just going to uncover all of these and then have a chat on what worked, and maybe what you can do to protect against a freeze if you don't have frost cloth. Oh, this one, some of them have two of them, Hattie. I didn't realize that, some of them do.
Oh, this is pretty. It got purple and pink on it.
Yeah. Good, that one looks good. Good. Are you keeping track of the zip ties? It's okay, we can go back and look for them later.
Oh, wow, this.
Oh, nice.
I'm putting the pillowcases around it so that it can live up in here.
Oh, smart.
Beautiful.
Okay, so all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 minute. Oh, there's one right there. Right there, right in front of the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's the last one. Okay, so as you can see, the pillowcase trick worked great. Prayer had a lot to do with that too. I prayed over these blueberries, so praise the Lord for that. So you saw basically what I did, and I just took the pillowcase and draped them over the blueberry bushes, and I took zip ties and zip tied the pillowcase as close as I could to the stem without making it super tight, because I figured the dew would weight down the pillowcase a little bit, so I didn't want to squeeze them around that branch too tight in case that pillowcase weighted down and then it would snap the main stem. So just very loosely zip tied. I'm trying to think about other materials you might have around your house that you could do this with. I did just use a regular old bed sheet to cover up the strawberries. I figured they would be fine. Strawberries are perennials. They are certainly frost tolerant to a certain extent, very light frost, not like a prolonged heavy freeze, but that wasn't a prolonged heavy freeze that we had last night. We had approximately 4 to 5 hours that dipped into the 20s. So I figured that they would be fine, but since they were brand new baby transplants, only 3 days transplanted into this new soil, I went ahead and covered them with a bed sheet. Those are way back there, and I did take off that bed sheet. They're fine too. Still nice green leaves. So I'm sure that there are other materials that you could use, but if you have multiple little trees or bushes all throughout, your property or just in your planting area, it doesn't really make sense. I guess you could get a very, very large frost cloth. But I think in a lot of applications, it wouldn't make sense to purchase that many frost cloths for all of these different locations. So if that's ever something that you face, you see that this pillowcase trick worked pretty well, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, that's it for today, y'all. We'll see you next time. Bye.